Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to begin this evening on pages 10 and 11. Ki heshmer ha-Shabbat yishmereini. Ki heshmer ha-Shabbat yishmereini. Oti le'omeyad beino uveini. Oti le'omeyad beino uveini. Ki heshmer ha-Shabbat yishmereini. Ki heshmer ha-Shabbat yishmereini. Oti le'omeyad beino uveini. Oti le'omeyad beino uveini.
We're moving now to page 10, the second from the top.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome, everyone, to our beautiful Aaron Milken Center here at Wise. It's good to be back, joining those of you who are here with us and also those of you streaming online. And this Shabbat finds us looking eastwards, praying for the welfare of our service members, our Israeli family and friends, and all innocents who have been imperiled by the war with Iran. And the Shabbat finds us looking ahead, fervently praying that perhaps this war will be the last, the final panel in the iron wall that will enable Israel to finally secure lasting peace with her neighbors. And yet, this Shabbat also beckons us to look inwards, to pause and examine who we are going to be and how we are going to meet the challenges that lay ahead for us as individuals, as families, as a community, and as a people. And so we proceed into Shabbat with our minds focused. Let us turn to page 24 as we welcome the emissaries of Shabbat. please be seated. Now that the Hiltons have helped us light our candles, we can truly welcome Shabbat with words of L'Chadodi on page 20. The melody we'll be singing tonight comes from the Jewish composer Aleinu, who'll be visiting us next Friday night. So make sure, whatever plans you have for next Friday night, you cancel them so you can be right back here celebrating as we celebrate Shabbat with, I guess, what, a national renowned composer Aleinu. Up halfway through the song to greet the Sabbath bride through the door. For those of you who can, we're going to ask you to remain standing because our call to prayer, our Baruch Hu, can be found on page 28.
But if you need to sit, please sit.
Please be seated. We're going to continue with Ahavat Olam on page 32.
תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני
Page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
At the moment of our people's deliverance from Egypt, the Torah teaches that Miriam, the prophetess, Aaron's sister, took her timbrel in hand, and all the women went out after her in dance and song. And Miriam encouraged them, singing, "Sing to the Creator, for God has triumphed gloriously." That moment of song, that moment of ecstasy, that moment of leadership marked a change in our people. Where once there was despair, now there was hope. Where once there was servitude, now there was freedom. And where once there was silence, now there was song. And let us sing the song of the sea, the song of our people, the song of Miriam on page 40. All right, we're starting to feel it. We're going to continue with our Hashkiveinu on the very next page. Lighten the mood a little bit. This is sort of our lullaby, a reminder that we can all use a blessing of peace for ourselves, for our loved ones, for all Israel, and for all the world. We're going to continue with our prayer for healing. It can be found in the middle of the page on 253. And maybe it's just the season, maybe it's the people we know, maybe it's what we know is going on in the world, but it seems like we need a prayer for healing now, maybe just a little bit extra. So please take a moment, think of all those in your life, all of those in this community, all of those throughout the world who can use this prayer. And the truth is, I don't know if it's going to do anything, but as my grandfather of blessed memory used to say, it can't hurt to put good energy out into the world on behalf of those who need it. Misha Berach, page 253.
Before us, help us find the courage
earlier today, we had services with our preschoolers in this very room. And they do the Amidah too, wouldn't you believe it? I introduced the prayer by suggesting that every time Jews pray, we get to talk to God. And you never know what you might end up saying. Maybe you're angry with God. Maybe you've got a question for God. Maybe you just want to give God a high five. I don't know. It's completely up to you. But this is the moment of our service where we get to be alone, just ourselves and God. And so I want to invite you, if you would like the words of our traditional prayer, you can find them on the even pages, beginning on page 46 and going to page 62. You can find poems inspired by the traditional prayer on those odd pages, or maybe you just need to think about what you want to say to God this evening. Traditionally, we rise for this prayer. That's why it's called the Amidah. And when we're finished with that conversation, we have a seat. So I invite you, for those of you who can, to stand now and have that conversation with God.
Soul. these words we're singing. Ken yehi ratzon. They're actually quite simple. It means may it be so. And I don't know what you're carrying with you tonight. Maybe there's something really joyful in your life. Maybe there's something heavy. Maybe there's someone you're thinking about who could really use a little extra love or strength or healing. So just for a moment, I invite you to bring that person or hope here. And as we sing these words again, let them be your prayer. Whatever it is you're hoping for, whatever it is you're wishing for, Ken yehi ratzon, may it be so. May you be safe. May you be free. May you find space to just be. Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon. May you find your way back home. Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon. May you find your way back home.
If anybody else would like to come up here so I don't have to follow that, that would really be quite lovely. Thank you, Cantor. That was beautiful, beautiful. Recently, my youngest daughter has become a little obsessed with the end of life. The other day, she told me, "I want to stay little forever, Dad." When I asked why, she said, "Well, if we don't get older, then you'll always be around." And I paused and I tried to think of an answer that would be honest, but that would also make sense to a 5-year-old. Finally, I said, "Daddy is planning to be around for a long time, but I also look forward to seeing the grown-up woman that you'll eventually become." And as I said these words, I understood that this wasn't really a satisfactory explanation of aging or death. But at the moment, it felt like the only answer that could meet her where she was at. Developmental psychologists have long observed something about children that almost any parent in the room already knows. Children want to make sense of the world. The Swiss psychologist Jean Piaget famously described children as constructing mental models to explain everything they encounter. More recently, cognitive scientist Alison Gopnik described children as little scientists, constantly forming theories about why things happen. But because their cognitive tools are still developing, those theories are often simplistic, sometimes beautifully so. When something confusing happens, children search for a single story that will make the world feel coherent again. And so, we adults help them along. We offer incomplete explanations, partial truths that are simple enough to hold their anxiety at bay and keep their world in one piece. But the truth is, as adults, we're hardly any different. Our world is bewildering. Wars erupt, economies rise and fall, communities struggle with crime, housing, inequality, climate, migration, and many more complex, harrowing challenges. And so, just like our children, we search for someone or something that promises a simple answer. This is precisely what our forebears do when they face a moment of terrifying uncertainty in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Ki Tisa. Moses, the man they had followed into the desert. Moses, the man who had promised them freedom. Moses, the man who could speak to the invisible, unknowable God, ascends Mount Sinai, and he doesn't come back. At least, not when he said he would. Days pass, then more days. The mountain remains shrouded in cloud, and the people begin to panic. They turn to Aaron, Moses' brother, and say, "Make us a god that shall go before us, for that fellow Moses, the man who brought us from Egypt, we don't know what's happened to him." We don't know. That's their crisis. The Israelites aren't rejecting God. They're not renouncing their covenant. No, they simply want an answer, a simple answer to a complex question. Where is the God who's supposed to lead them to safety? And Aaron obliges, gathering their gold and fashioning a calf. Now, there is something they can see with their own eyes, something they can point to, something that reassures them that God remains present with them. But the Israelites soon discover that their quick fix isn't really a fix at all. The golden calf provides neither the certainty nor the reassurance that they seek. Instead, their simple solution creates deeper problems, rupturing their relationship with God and threatening their very survival. 3,000 years later, the temptation to seek out simple answers hasn't faded. Every generation faces crises that resist simple explanations, and yet simple explanations are always available. 23 years ago, I watched firsthand as the United States declared war on Iraq, convinced that removing a single cruel and murderous dictator would bring freedom and security to the Middle East. It didn't. Last week, the United States again initiated war in the Middle East, this time against Iran. And we earnestly pray that this war will ultimately resolve the threats posed by Iran's nuclear capabilities and its terrorist network, bringing long-sought stability and peace to the region. And yet, we also know that this situation cannot be reduced to a single person or a simple solution. Local and global politics, weapons systems, manufacturing cycles, energy strategy, military strategy, religion, and more will play a role in determining the outcome of this war and the fate of the Middle East. Why? Because war is complicated. And we can say the same about countless facets of our everyday lives, from the global to the individual. Crime, traffic, inflation, climate change, all complex issues requiring complex solutions. So too are the problems we face in our workplaces, our families, and our relationships. And yet, how often do we find ourselves drawn to the hollow promise of easy answers to these profoundly difficult issues? But that is when we must realize that we are being drawn into the idolatry of our ancestors. The allure of the golden calf is its promise of immediacy and simplicity. It assures us that we don't need to tolerate uncertainty, that we don't need to do the slow and steady work of growth and repair. Just do this one easy thing, and the problem will be solved. When our work feels stagnant or draining, we might tell ourselves that a different job will make everything fall into place. A new workplace will restore our sense of purpose. A new boss will unlock our potential. A new title will finally make us feel valued. Or when we get stuck in a rut, we might tell ourselves that the answer is geographic. If we could just get somewhere else, another city, another community, then things would finally feel right. Or when our children struggle, we might tell ourselves that they just need one change, a different teacher, a different school, a different activity in order to finally thrive. In each case, we reach for what feels like a single lever, a decisive action that will make a complicated system suddenly behave. We search for our golden calf, a simple solution that promises immediate resolution. Sometimes, such changes can help. But often we discover that the deeper work in our careers, in our families, and in our own inner lives is slower and more layered than we had hoped. Our ancestors learned this lesson the hard way. But we don't have to. Instead, we can acknowledge that we, like our children, just want the world to make sense. And that we, like our ancestors, feel the need to know that everything is going to be all right. We don't need to abandon that instinct. We just need to refine it. To keep the child's desire to understand the world, but to let go of a child's expectation that the answers are always going to be simple. To seek out and embrace perspectives and ideas that thwart our search for a solitary narrative. To resist the easy allure of simple answers to complex problems, whether they're offered by our leaders, our heroes, our loved ones, or by us. And to trust that truth, just like our relationship with God, emerges not from quick certainty, but from the courage to live patiently with complexity. May this be the enduring lesson we take from our ancestors' folly and the blessing we bequeath our family members, our communities, our nation, and our world. Shabbat Shalom. We'll continue with a prayer for the United States of America. It's not in your books. God and God of our ancestors, we ask you to bless this nation and its peoples. Open our arms and our hearts and our minds to one another. Let us never withhold your gift of dignity from our fellow human being. Grant us the determination to preserve the wonders of creation and the steadfastness to safeguard all created in your image. Teach us to honor the guardians of life and liberty, whether they proudly wear the uniform of our nation or defiantly wield signs of peaceful protest. Grant us the resolve to spurn the enemies of freedom and justice, whether they brandish the weapons of fear or greed or hatred. And may we remember that we can only reap the fruits of virtue, of peace, and of love by sowing the seeds of virtue, of peace, and of love. Then shall justice roll down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. And together we say, Amen. We continue with a prayer for Medinat Yisrael, for the state of Israel. You can find that prayer on page 259 in your Sidurs.
Avinu Shebashamayim, Zo Yisrael b'Goalo, Ma'arechet Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Geulateinu.
Please join me at the bottom of 259. Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise and defend, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. We know that there are many things that bring people to our communities on every Friday night, and I know that there are some celebrations, some good news that folks want to share. If you're online, feel free to share anything you're celebrating in our feed. If you are here in person, whether you're getting ready to celebrate a bar mitzvah, or perhaps a birthday, or an anniversary, or just something amazing that happened to you today, we want you to share. We want to share the good news. So go ahead. We're going to start with Mr. Hilton, who's going to make his way up here. What's going on? What's going on?
It's my bar mitzvah tomorrow.
Amazing. Mazal tov. Mazel tov. Thank you for being here tonight. I know we have another birthday in the house, Sheila. We're celebrating? We're celebrating. Wonderful. Am I allowed to say how many or no? You can? It's 90, right? It's amazing. Is there any other good news? We need good news right now. Yes. Oh.
Sneak right next.
Mazal tov. Mazal tov. Thank you. Other good news, we're celebrating. Leading Hatikva, we've got a birthday, no other good news? Yes. Oh, there is birthday cake from Sheila. I see another hand in the back. Yes, yes, sir. Happy birthday, another birthday. Another birthday. I love it. I love it. You know, yes, Natalia. Whoa, 21st birthday for Natalia. Yes, ma'am. Well, an anniversary, that is certainly, Shaheen, Amanda, how many years? 20? Come on, let's give a little more for that. Yes. You're here to celebrate Brad's bar mitzvah as well, but being together is worth celebrating. And you know what else is worth celebrating? You are here. And that is worth celebrating. So if you're here tonight, we want you to stand up and get ready for the Kaddish. We are on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'rotzavanu. Shabbat kodsho ve'ava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemaseh ve'rei Vivanu v'charta ve'otanu kitasha mikol ha'imim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu maruch atah Adonai Kaddish Shabbat.
All right, friends, we're going to ask you to stay standing for the Aleinu, which can be found on page 282. But first, this is the last time we can ask Brad to help open up the ark doors, because we only ask children who are under the age of B'nai Mitzvah. And if you have not yet had your bar bat mitzvah, that means you have to come up here, or we're sending Brad after you, okay? So come on. There we go. Come on, come on. Let's get up here. We got to open those ark doors. They don't open themselves, okay?
Aleinu leshabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הדתות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Q, please be seated. In a moment, we'll continue with words of Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found on page 294. But before we do, I want to invite anybody who's in mourning to share the name of their loved one. So if you're online, please share the name of your loved one with us. If you're currently sitting Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning for a loved one, please rise.
My Aunt Alice Gober.
Thank you for honoring her here with us tonight. If you're currently observing Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for a loved one, please rise. If you're in the first year of mourning for a family member, please rise. Thank you for honoring them here. Thank you for honoring him here. Thank you. Thank you for honoring your grandfather's memory here with us tonight. Anyone who's currently observing Yortzeit, the anniversary of a loved one's passing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Of course. Thank you.
My mother, Rose Leff.
Thank you.
My mother, Helen Miller.
Thank you.
My grandmother, Mimi Hoffman.
Thank you for honoring her.
Mother and grandmother, Gloria Gans.
Thank you for honoring them here with us.
My grandfather, Bel Pakir.
Thank you for honoring him here with us.
My father, Mourner.
Thank you for honoring him with us. Thank you for honoring him here with us tonight. Yes, thank you.
My father, Richard Stiver.
Thank you for honoring him here with us tonight and for your patience in getting here. We want to invite everyone to please rise with our mourners. Did I miss anyone? No, okay. Kaddish Yatom, page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba v'alma divra chiruteh v'amlich malchuteh b'chayei chon u'v'yomei chon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Leolam Olamei Omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei Dekudisha Brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehi Shalom Rabba min Shemaya. V'chaim Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mroma. Hu ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Zichronam livracha, may the memories of your loved ones remain a blessing now and always. And together we say, Amen. Please be seated. Before we conclude tonight, we want to thank everyone who helped make our service tonight possible. Our amazing musicians, Tali, Jeff, and Cantor Lauren. Our audio and broadcast team, Brian, Andre, Omar, and Roz. Most of you met Natalia on your way in, who's spending her 21st birthday with us, welcoming people for Shabbat, and we're very grateful. And of course, thank you to all of you who set aside the time to join us in welcoming Shabbat, especially our temple members who make everything we do here at Wise possible. If you are not a member yet, what's going on? Ask anybody here how you can be part of this incredible community. For our online audience outside of LA, make sure you ask any one of our members online about Wise Anywhere, our online community, and smash that subscribe button so you know what's going on every time. We hope we'll see you all right back here tomorrow. Some of you are going to be back here for the bar mitzvah. If you have a toddler in your life, we have Tot Shabbat. If you want to come and study Torah, we have Spirit of Shabbat, which is going to be over in the other building tomorrow, just so you know. And we have an amazing mountaintop Shabbat, so a full Saturday morning service tomorrow, just in case you're not invited to the bar mitzvah. So we hope to see you all back again here tomorrow. Cantor Lauren and I would love the chance to personally wish you a Shabbat Shalom. So I know some of you have dinner dates and all those sorts of things, but give us a moment, maybe have some of that birthday cake that Sheila brought to celebrate before you get out of here. We're going to conclude tonight with a prayer of hope. Biado on page 321. Bottom of the page. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.